Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. Thank you for being here. It is Dear Meathead Day from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. And Baldwin Ace Hardware, of course, sponsoring Dear Meathead as well, featuring the question of the day brought to you by JM Synthetics. If you have a question for Dad, I am lean. I have a few, but I need more. If you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead, send it along, Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Much appreciated. As you know, he loves to hear from you. So thank you so much. Welcome in. As many of you know, unless you're new, this is a daily show, Monday through Friday, where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. I've got a couple of guests lined up. Well, I got Dad for Dear Meathead. That's one guest. And then Jeff Striegel, who is the voice of NASCAR on MRN, Motor Racing Network. He's the guy that joined me on the Huge Show. He is an absolute... Oh, my God. This guy is fantastic. I love this guy so much. He's going to join me. They got a big event going on at the local track, Berlin Raceway, which is just a fantastic venue. And get the particulars about what's going on there with him. He's just a wonderful guy to talk to. Okay. So, yesterday unfolded in a particular way. This was interesting. First of all, let me start with this. As a parent, you remember when you were growing up, before you had kids, if you've been blessed with kids, and you'd go out with your friends or do whatever. And if it was for me, I mean, I would go out, especially junior and senior year of high school, and get hammered every weekend, unless if I was driving. We had a group of like 4 or 5 people, so it rotated. And we had enough sense for one of us to be the designated driver. So I think the designated driver would only have 10 beers. And then you walk into the door of the house, and, as you pull up, you're like looking for lights on. You don't want your mom awake, your dad awake, whatever. For me, it was my mom. And as you're getting to the door, you see a light go on. Like, oh, fuck. Oh, no, she's awake. Why don't you just go to sleep? It's because they're worried. They're worried about you. Well, I think in most cases. In my case, I think actually she knew that I was getting drunk and wanted to bust me. So, a little bit different, though, for me. Here I am. It's come full circle. Now, Madison is the last of our children who still tied to the house. Of course, she just finished her first year of college. Back home now. So yesterday she gets off work and then goes to a friend's house, and the friend lives kind of far away. And so I'm laying there and I'm texting her, when are you coming home? I'll be leaving shortly. When? And she's like, Dad, go to sleep. And I'm realizing that it's the shoe is on the other foot. And she says, I have to stop and I have to get gas. Now, in my mind, this is what's going to happen. She's going to get out of the car to get gas. And some idiot's going to steal her from me, and then I will never see her again. And it is full-on panic. And I'm like, oh. So I call her. I go, yeah, I'm worried about this. And she's just, I can hear the eyes rolling. She goes, I do this all the time. When I come home from work, I have to stop and get gas. I mean, it's... God. So then I'm tracking her on the, I was telling you about how we have that tracking system, the Find My app. And you can actually watch that thing move. Like when she moves, it'll move. And I'm actually laying in there. I should be sound asleep. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm looking. I'm just going like this. And I actually see her pull into the gas station. And I'm like, okay, so a certain amount of time to fill up the tank. I was like, okay, all I need is that little dot to move. The dot starts moving. It's she's coming home. And I'm like, oh, but what if there's another person in the car driving? I'm like, oh, God. It's going to put me in the loony bin. I swear to God. She's fine. But that's how I am. That's how I roll. Are you like this? Probably. Some of you might be. Another day in the books, closer with completing Ozark. I am on my 6th episode, and I'm convinced that this show is going to end terribly and that it's absolute shit. We have just the same sets, the same locations where they're shooting. It just alternates from Darlene's house to the Lazy-O to the stupid casino to someplace in Mexico to all of a sudden the nephew shows up banging on the door out of nowhere. Some assholes looking for Helen. It just sucks. It just strikes me as they're just buying time for some stupid ending. It is screaming Sopranos, Game of Thrones to me. And I'm already annoyed because back then when those shows were on, I was like, oh boy, yeah. I was like buying it. But now I don't buy into that shit anymore. That lazy, horrible writing. You know who directed episode 6 of Ozark was Robin Wright. From House of Cards fame. Jenny! There are some shocking moments, to be sure, but few and far in between. Just these boring dialogue moments and then just some annoying fucking characters. Wyatt, kill him. Jonah, shoot him in the face. Charlotte, throw her off a bridge. I've had it with Marty, new age parenting his way through the whole fucking thing. And Laura Linney, that pain in the ass. What does she play? What's the name of her character? Marty's wife. I don't know. She's annoying as hell, too. I'm even getting fed up with Ruth. Yesterday, I got a text from my arch enemy, Mike Ball, who I am racing again, even though I said I would never do this again. In the Grand Rapids Half Marathon, October 16th, you will be able to bet on this. You can bet on the winner in the race between Mike Ball and myself. Last year, I crashed and burned, nearly did not finish. He slaughtered me, hung up a great time. I think it was about $1.39 for that thing. Maybe a little faster. I've got no business doing this. He revealed on the show yesterday because I said, hey, so last year, people picked who's going to win, and by closest to the time gets a $300 prize, second place $200, third place $100. I go, well, what if I win? Can you pay for that? And he goes, not only will I pay for that, schmuck, I'm doubling it. I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, I am not going to do that. He is so sure he's going to win, he's doubling the prize. So if I win, and you correctly guess the winning time, or I should say closest to the distance one, like if I win by 10 minutes and you pick 9 or 11 and you're closest, you'll win the money. his first prize is $600. His second is $400. His third is $200. So he's putting a $1,200 purse on this. That is impressive. Idiot reaches out to me. And I wasn't sure what this meant. He wrote, "No Little Debbie ice cream." Got it? But there was no punctuation, so it was a little tough for me to follow. I made a delivery to eliminate one more excuse for you. Better get your FitPod working overtime. Better get your FitPod working. It's FitBod, the FitBod app, which you should sign up for. It's a great app. Working overtime. October will be here soon. I wrote, wait, did you drop some off to the NFK? Now, I'm just thinking he actually did drop ice cream off. But in hindsight, I understand what he means with this text when he writes, made a delivery to eliminate one more excuse for you. I said, did you drop some off to the NFK? I'm thinking he dropped more ice cream off. And he wrote, yep. He said, he told me you have really soft hands and you know your way around a man's asshole. That's horrible. Here I am, his caregiver, and I have to bathe him, and you're making some disgusting crack like that. So I called him a sick fuck. So I go home from the gym, and I hear, hey, that bald guy, he dropped something off from you, shit fuck. I'm like, okay. And he did. Mike Ball did not drop any ice cream off. No. He dropped off a Strasburg sock. How sweet is that? And I'm like, you are awesome. This is great. Every stupid comment you've made is now it's okay. By the way, I think the guy at Strasburg Sock is making a lot of money because it's branded as Power Step Ultra Stretch Night Sock. Either they just ripped the idea off or he sold the patent. Because as you know, my foot has been killing me, and I've been duct taping my foot up because I'm too lazy to buy the sock, which is just go on Amazon and buy the damn thing. I don't know why I haven't done it. Here it is. I got the sock on right now. It is doing its job. Oh, by the way, he also brought this. Strawberry shortcake rolls. You bastard. I did not open them. Unbelievable. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I texted him. I said, you are a saint. All right. Hang on. I got to finish my coffee. Life is better with Bestie's coffee mug with the ladies on it. Love it. Okay. For you folks on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I must say goodbye to you. But look, I've got another hour and 40 minutes of show here. 41 minutes to be, maybe a little more. So what you need to do is find me on Twitch. And to do that, you go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live on your desktop, your laptop, download the Twitch app, and just find me. And then you can continue watching the show. You might have to come up with your own handle, Dickhead22 or whatever it is. And hit the follow button so you know when I go live. That way you don't have to worry about getting just a portion of the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm trying to get as many people on those platforms to sign up for me on Twitch. And that way we can continue to build that audience. So please consider that. It's free. If you want, Now, when you start the Twitch stream, there's an ad that plays. That's it. If you're subscribed, but otherwise it's totally free, but there is an ad or two in the middle of the show, which is just going to hit out of nowhere, and you're going to be annoyed by that. So what you do is you subscribe. Now, if you want to subscribe, that's different than following. Following is just then I go live. Subscribing is you get the show without interruption during the show like that, and you get it for free if you have Amazon Prime. On your desktop or laptop, sign up where it says, sign up free with Twitch Prime. You click on that, sign up free, and then there you go. You get the show without commercial interruption, but you must do it every single month. It doesn't auto-do it, Or if you don't have Amazon Prime, drop $5 and you get it that way. But the show is totally free on Twitch. So there you go. Thank you. I am now going to send the folks on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube out. Goodbye.